Hi, it's Ed Winslow from Metrocrete, and in this video, I want to talk to you about how we created a website strategy, internet marketing strategy for Smith and Company painting. Now, I do talk a lot about this in the 100K decorative concrete guide. So if you haven't downloaded that, go over to metrocrete.com, download the guide, and look at the concepts there about how important it is to define your your marketplace, how to define a business plan. If you don't have a business plan, it's going to be very, very hard to build a business. You're just going to be going in a lot of different directions based on whatever business. You're not moving your business towards what you want. You're just being driven by how, making money today. That's not a way to build a business. That's just doing projects. So anyway, in this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you a little bit about Smith and Company Painting, run by Parker Smith out of McMinnville, Oregon. McMinnville is halfway between Portland and Salem. It's a corridor which is very beautiful. There's a lot of vineyards in that area. Uh, Interesting enough, Parker has developed a real niche uh, servicing the wineries out there. There's 250 wineries. He's already done in the last few years 23 wineries, so he's now starting to develop a reputation as somebody to go to for painting and coatings for vineyards. He knows that marketplace. But we didn't start out with that idea. We started out by, when I was introduced to Parker, he had a residential home painting business. He was looking to expand into the epoxy market, starting with garage floors. So we built out a basic website to help get him ranked on Google, primarily Google, but the traffic came from other sources as well. Uh, at the end of the first year, he made a lot of money off his investment on the internet marketing. And about 75% of the projects that came in were for garage floor coatings, but the other 25% were small to mid-sized commercial projects. So what we decided to do was redesign the site to go after more commercial projects in addition to the garage floors. And the second year, probably about half his leads that came in were from commercial projects. Sometimes he'd get a really big one. I mean, I think he's gotten leads that are up to a couple $100,000. But most of the projects that were coming in are the commercial projects coming in were anywhere from maybe $5,000 up to maybe 50 or 75,000, and then the typical garage floor, which is 2,500 maybe to $5,000. And so what we did was we just kept over the last couple of years we kept redesigning the site based on the consumer demand. So we measured the consumer demand. So what we did was we developed for Parker, which I talk about in the 100K guy, a SMART plan. SMART plan meaning the letters of SMART: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, with time goals. It's really important to build your search engine optimization strategy on Google with those in mind. The one thing that there's so many SEO companies out there that are just talking about getting you ranked for one keyword phrase on one page, it doesn't work that way. You have to have the right business strategy or you're going to get crushed. Either you're going to spend money where you shouldn't be, or you're going to get swamped with phone calls that don't relate to what you do. You've got to customize your plan. And the way we did it with Smith and Company Painting over the years was we've broken it down by niche category. You can see that what we've done here is, you look here, so we've got our home, about, blog, contact us, and our industries. Now in our industries we've broken down each individual page by different types of industries that he services: biological, commercial kitchens, food and beverage. These are sort of the same thing, targeting different keyword phrases: healthcare, industrial, vivarium, residential. Okay, that we did that for a specific reason. One is that we want to rank on Google for all these different search terms. And secondly, when somebody comes to the site, we want them to see, oh, this company is an expert. They don't just do epoxy floors and polished concrete. They do it for specific industries. They know my industry. So when somebody comes to the site and they're looking and they land on the commercial kitchen page, this site speaks to them. Let's take a look. So on the commercial kitchen page, Nothing fancy here. Nice little commercial kitchen picture, the different areas, and then we scroll down. Voila, here we are. Sherwin-Williams is the main product that Parker uses, and this chart sort of breaks it down by different types of floors and different systems for each floor. When a consumer sees this, it gets them thinking that there's a lot more to epoxy than just epoxy, that there are all kinds of different systems. Okay, uh, go into the food and beverage. Um, here we go. Similar kind of strategy really breaks it down. Okay, gets the consumer thinking. Okay, what is all this? I need to talk to an expert. Now we can go into the. Let's talk about residential. Let me show you the residential page real quick. Uh, this is really what was the homepage of the garage floor site in the very beginning. And it shows a picture of the garage, little video, look, some of the features and benefits, different color floors, different kinds of systems. Here's somebody putting an epoxy down. So it really paints a pretty good picture. And the interesting thing here is I've broken it down into different little subcategories on the page, so a consumer can read this out of order. It doesn't have to read from top to bottom. They can just scroll up and down, look at all the different images, read whatever they want when they want. Let's see. Let's go into industrial real quick here. Let's see what we have here. I haven't looked at this page for a while. Okay, again, industrial epoxy. I mean, you've got an industrial facility. And nothing fancy, but it's industrial epoxy floor solutions. Portland, Oregon, and McMinnville, Tigard, Beaverton City. So we're using diverse geographic terms throughout the site so that he can rank for as many different towns as possible. This was an interesting one right here, the antimicrobial floor coatings. Well, I happen to find on the Sherwin-Williams site that they have a coating just for, it's an antimicrobial floor coating. Well, we create a page about this, and somebody searching for something for antimicrobial floor coatings sees Smith & Company as an expert as compared to all the other epoxy companies out there. We've got concrete floor repair, concrete polishing. We talk about epoxy cove base, different coatings and different systems and repair. So we're really hitting on all the different categories. So now when somebody's doing a search for anything related to epoxy in all these different towns, Google is seeing exactly what Smith & Company does and where they do it. So they're getting featured everywhere. They're ranking everywhere. On this one here, I just wanted to show you antimicrobial floor. Let's just go epoxy, Portland, Oregon. Let's see what we get. Okay, there we go. Okay, there, lo and behold, of course, antimicrobial floor coating, Smith & Company painting. They're sitting there right at the very top. Okay, you're sitting at the top. You were perceived as the expert. Okay. So this is basically the strategy. So we want to make sure that Smith & Company is ranking for as many different keyword phrases as possible in a certain target market. We don't need to go large geographically. We need to stay small and cover as much ground as possible on the internet so that he can get exactly the kind of leads that he wants. All those leads that he gets that convert to jobs, they all generate word of mouth referral leads and repeat business. There are some clients that Parker's picked up that he's done 8 projects for. But without the internet and the right strategy, he would never have gotten that business. So if you're looking to make $10,000 a month or more, this is really what the strategy is. You need to have the right business model, and you need to let the internet do the selling for you. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to build a sustainable business. So I hope that helps you. And fill out the form on Metrocrete if you want us to take a look at your market and give you a free analysis on your market and how you can build your business model to start making $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, or more. So thanks for taking the time. Talk to you soon. I'm Ed Winslow. Have a great day.